to Stunning Sadie. It's me, Sadie. Welcome if you're new here, and welcome back if you're not. So, I read some comments from my Ditzy is a Superpower video, and one of the comments kind of like stung me a little. And the comment said it was talking about, well, this only works if you're beautiful. So this video kind of erupted from that comment. Okay. Beauty is a hobby. Okay. And I'm going to tell you all the ways beauty is a hobby. When I was very young, I loved makeup. I still love makeup. I loved makeup. I loved dressing up. I loved just heels clicking, clacking. I just loved it all. I love the glitz and the glam. And I was a Barbie girl. And when Bratz came out, I was also a Bratz girl. Shout out to the Bratz, Rock Angel. My favorite Bratz movie. I believe my favorite Barbie movie is it's the one, I can't even think of it now, but she had like the diary and she used to write things and it would say like positive things would really happen, but it wasn't the diary, it was her all along. And yeah, um, yeah, the animation was kind of weird, but I love that movie. And before like every new semester, every new year in high school, I would watch that movie with my sister, and it was such great memories. Now, I do believe that person that said, you know what, you can get away with things because you're beautiful. I do believe half of that comment is true. But I also believe like there's two sides of that, right? So with beauty, I believe beauty is a hobby because it's something that you choose to do. Not everybody wants to wake up an hour or 2 hours before classes and do their makeup and do their eyebrows and try new color schemes. Some people want to just wake up, maybe put a little gloss on and mascara and go out the door, and that's fine because that's not something that they want to do. Okay, I think I jumped again. But follow me, okay? Let's go back to the comment. Yes, you can have natural beauty. Beauty is also in the eye of the beholder, right? But there are so many ways to enhance beauties with procedures, with makeup, with exercise, with health, with there's so many ways to enhance. If you don't like your eyes, there's makeup tips to make your eyes bigger, right? If you don't like your dark circles, there's ways to conceal your dark circles. If there's ways to do different hairstyles to match your face shape, there's so many ways that beauty can enhance a person's, excuse me, outer figure, outer outer sense of self, right? So with beauty, people don't, or maybe people don't care to understand that there are so many steps that the pretty girls take to look that way. Yes, when she has clear skin and she takes care of her hair, those things make it easier. But she's also doing a lot of work. Think about if you want to get ready for a wedding. When you get ready for a wedding, sometimes you're sitting there. First, you're looking for the dress, right? Then you need the shoes to match the dress. Then you need the jewelry to match the shoes and the dress. On top of that, you need the right hairstyle to go with the shoes, the dress, and the jewelry. Also, you need a purse to match that. And then you want your makeup and your nails to also go well with the wedding party. So it's not something that's like, oh my God, like some people will look at that and say, oh my God, I could never. And that's fine. But you don't have to announce it or anything. Like, yeah, if you could never, you can never. Some of these women, ladies, men, whichever, some of these people could never fathom spending hours a day uh, fixing a car. but maybe that's a hobby that you like. One of my hobbies is beauty. I like to find out the best silhouettes for my body type. I like color analysis. I like to find out my face shape and what makeup complements my olive undertone, neutral olive undertone skin. So I like to try different hairstyles and try different looks and see what I vibe with the best. And then you may look at me and say, okay, she's such a beautiful woman. If that's what you know, I'll take that, right? She's so stunning. And you may be like, I can never. But if it's not your hobby, it's not something that you are interested in, of course you would never do that. And I could never spend time learning D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, or I can't spend so much time learning learning how to paint. Okay? So I don't know why, or perhaps I can't fully understand why someone would bash beauty when literally it takes work to do what some people do to look gorgeous. And you may think like, oh, it doesn't, oh, that's just so vain and so like, but some of us are actually enjoying what we're doing. Some of us are having fun, and it is, and with every hobby, it gets expensive. If you're a person that loves books, like reading is a hobby for you, those books start to rack up, okay? You might have to say, listen, I got to get myself a Kindle Unlimited because I am racking up the amount of books, and I am racking up my library, and it's getting to be too crowded up in here, right? Every hobby comes with money. If you want to do a knitting hobby, that stuff starts to rack up, and like you're like, wow, I'm spending. So if somebody spends, let's say, $300 on a wig, okay, that's their hobby. They should be allowed to spend $300 on a wig. And if that's what they want to do, allow them to do it. Okay? I just don't understand why I'm not going to say all the time, but I just don't understand why people find beauty to be um such a terrible hobby. It's yes, when you learn how to do these things for yourself, it does reflect, the outside world does reflect positive with it. But if that's not necessarily your thing, then do your thing. And when you're going to a wedding or it's your birthday, pay somebody who loves beauty, who it's their hobby, to do your makeup, to tell you your styles. That's why with certain celebrities, oh my God, I'm gonna name drop here. But when I look at Rihanna and I look at Zendaya, Zendaya has La Roche for a reason. Because when you look at her streetwear is usually like a t-shirt, jeans, and some loafers or sneakers. Like she is not where beauty is her hobby. It's not something that she's like, oh my God, I really want to like on my off days just be this fashionista. But when you look at Rihanna, her streetwear speaks for itself. She is a woman of beauty. She is a woman that beauty is her hobby. So, like, some people are like, I can never. That's fine. I could never be fixing a car for a bunch, like 6 hours or 8 hours. It's not something I enjoy. What I'm saying is, we should allow people to enjoy their hobbies without being judgmental, without being super critical. Yes, I do understand that there are layers in the beauty world, like who are not like loving beauty, just they understand that it's also a part of their career. So they have to join into that community. Like Zendaya, I don't feel like, at least to me in my heart of hearts, I don't feel like beauty like is her hobby. But because she's an actress, because she's in the film and media and stuff, she does things to, promote movies or promote books or promote whatever she's in at the moment. And that's fine. But you can look at Rihanna. It's something that you can tell she loves, her style. It's something that she enjoys. And we shouldn't be judging each other on whether, because this woman likes makeup and this woman doesn't, this one is better or this one's worse. Okay, just if anything, I also think that it takes pressure off of you when you look at beauty as a hobby with another woman and not as something that you should obtain or be a part of. You know, if you're like, okay, well, I like to play with trucks or Legos, and she likes to play with makeup and learn about her best colors and her, her best shapes or whichever. And we should just let each other be. Let's see what else I wrote. Okay, yes, I said beauty is a hobby. It's about choice, not pressure. You do it because you enjoy it, not because you have to look a certain way. True, because there are so many different variations of beauty. There's like goth makeup, there's clean girl aesthetic, there's, summer makeup, winter makeup, all kinds of things. So there's so many different avenues, and not every avenue is going to get you the biggest audience either. That's something that another thing people can look at. I forgot the type of makeup it is where the girls paint their face more so like a white base, and they wear, I believe it's more like in the goth community, and they like draw on their eyebrows, and that type of makeup is not going to be like the biggest in society, but that's not why they're doing it. They're doing it because they enjoy it, and it's an aesthetic that they like, and it's a culture that they live, that they move through. So not every makeup is going to be like, oh, you're going to get treated so much better because of this. You know, yeah, it is an art. Beauty is an art, and it is a skill. Come on, let's talk about it. Okay, put some respect on beauty as a skill. There is a reason why we're paying people to do our makeup. Okay, because it's a skill. You want to look chic. You want to look ready. You want to have a certain vibe going on, and makeup does that for you. That's why people pay to somebody at the MAC counter to tell me, okay, what's the best lipstick to do? What's the best mascara for me? Should I get brown or burgundy or very black mascara? So makeup is a skill. It's definitely something that's not just about, like, not vanity, but something we should embrace more. And beauty can also be self-care, you know? When you're doing like a skincare routine, when you're getting your toner, your serums, it's not just about the makeup. It can also be about your skin and what's the best way for you to get glowy skin, or if you have drier skin, maybe you want something for hydration. These are all things that we're just navigating on our way to life. So the next time you see a woman say, oh, I could never do that much time, just think like, that's her hobby. You go ahead and find yours. That's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.